Hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. Huda Beauty here, and in today's video, as you can see by the title, it is called Huda Beauty Revisited. It is going to be a 3-part series where I revisit the Huda Beauty Full Filter Foundation. I loved the foundation when I used it in the past, but I wanted to try a different color. Now, I liked the undertones of Chocolate Mousse, which is right over here, and I'll be using this in part 2. I liked the undertones of that, right? Because I had gold and olive undertones. I have gold and olive undertones, sorry. And but the thing is, that foundation is darker than what I actually am. And I've had my fair share of trying out different foundations. But I always usually tend to opt for foundations that are a little bit darker, simply because the outer portions of my face are darker. My neck is darkest. I have other like dark discoloration, hyperpigmentation all over my body. My shoulders and my chest is lighter than my face, and this, that, and the third. So at the end of the day, I always have to end up finessing foundations regardless, because that's just inevitably what it is, and what natural skin has dimension in it. So that's why you want to add in concealer, highlight a little bit, contour. You might not necessarily want to do heavy, or for me, like, I like heavy glam, but if you don't, you just have to take in consideration that you do add those elements when you're doing your face. Anyways, I don't want to talk too long. I'm going to be trying the shade Gingerbread today, and this is a neutral undertone, so hopefully it works. Let's just read the claims. High coverage cream foundation, effortless application, camouflages imperfections, and pigment soft focus filter finish. So I'm going to be applying this using a sponge, and I'm going to go and prime my skin, do my brows, and color correct off camera, and then I'm going to dive into me applying it. I already know that I like the formula because I've tried the formula already and I loved it, and I finished a bottle, got a new one, finished that too. So I'm going to talk through doing my makeup, and I'm going to give my final thoughts on how I feel about the color and how it looks. I'm going to show you guys pictures of my face with no makeup on, with no flash, and with flash. So let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so diving right in, we are taking again the shade Gingerbread, you guys, and I'm applying this and blending it with a black sponge from the crayon case, and it is damp, and I'm just patting that into my skin. It's funny because the foundation looks like it's a little bit too light, but it's really not. Like, I'm really happy with how it turned out. And so I'm blending that in, and I'm just showing you guys here, like, my shoulder, my chest is still lighter than my face, if you guys see that. So I'm going with my concealer, and I'm using Juvia's Place I Am Magic concealers in the shade 13 and 16, and I'm taking the same sponge that I used to apply my foundation, and I'm going to blend in my concealers. Once that is all said and done, I go in and bake. I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder in Banana, and then I set the rest of my face with my MAC Studio Fix powder in C8 and the Mineralized Skin Finish powder in Dark Tan. To contour, I'm using the Crayon Cases Composition Notebook, the shade Bobby, and then I'm going to overlap my bronzer on top of that, and I'm using my Absolute New York bronzer in Dark. For blush, I'm using MAC's Hard to Get Extra Dimension blush, and then I'm using the Nika K Perfection highlighters in Sandstorm and Inca. Now I'm applying my eyeshadow base. This is the P. Louise base in Rumor, and I'm just showing you guys that I'm using Coastal Scents eyeshadows today. I'm going to start off by applying a dark purple to the outer portion of my lids, and then blend in a medium purple in the inner portion. Then I'm going to blend out my crease, doing my shadow trick with my powder and everything. And now I'm adding black. This is the Melchior Black Velvet eyeshadow. I'm just using that to add depth and dimension. And then I'm going to mix Vivid Violet from P. Louise and the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer, and I'm going to cut my crease. I'm going to set the inner portion of my lid with a light shimmery shadow, and then the bottom part of my lid is going to be the dark purple again, and then the medium part is going to be like a medium purple shadow to blend the two together. I'm going to do my lower lash line off camera and come back. And now I'm doing my graphic liner. I'm just doing a medium purple, a light lilac purple, and black graphic liner design on my cut crease area. And then once that is done, I go in with my lips. So I'm taking Hotline from Peaches Cosmetics, and I'm lining my lips, and then I'm taking Bribery from the crayon case and further defining my lips and kind of like ombreing my lip out. For the center, I'm using Anastasia Beverly Hills Sand Liquid Lipstick, and then I'm topping it off with Peaches Cosmetics Cherub Lip Gloss, and then MAC's Roller Girl Dazzle Glass. After that is done, I apply my little purple rhinestones underneath my eyes, and then for my lashes of choice, I'm wearing Charmer from Goddess Beauty. So this is the completed look. I wanted to do like a purple, really dramatic glam look. What's new? I always do dramatic makeup, but I love how the eyeshadow and liner turned out. So my final thoughts. I think Gingerbread actually matches me. When I like pull down my shoulder area, this area is still lighter, and surprisingly the foundation is still a little bit darker than like my body. And like if you look at my hand, and I'm gonna include pictures of me pulling my shirt kind of down so you can see my shoulder and you can see my chest a little bit better, and you'll see that it is a little bit more cohesive, definitely than foundations I've used in the past, and definitely more so than Chocolate Mousse. I know obviously Chocolate Mousse is darker, so but it's still gonna work. So I still like the foundation. I still love the coverage. I like the color match. The undertone isn't as olive, but it still does work for me. So yeah, honestly, there's nothing really much else to say. I don't have anything negative to say because I liked the foundation in the first place. It was just a matter of revisiting the color, and I think that Gingerbread is a better matching color in terms of like shade level, and then in terms of undertone, Chocolate Mousse I know is the better one, but we will confirm all that tomorrow. And then I'm going to mix them. I'm going to mix the foundations, and I think that might aid in finding the right type of foundation that has the right shade level and undertones mixed into it, because once I mix Chocolate Mousse with it, it'll have those olivey tones with it, obviously, right? And then of course, take into consideration, again, I will highlight with concealer, I will be contouring and all that good stuff. So I think Gingerbread is the better one, but I'm really happy with how this look turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, the voiceover of me doing like my full face and me just talking about the foundation. And yes, if you are new to my channel, please definitely do not forget to subscribe. Click your bell so that you don't miss another post. That is your post notifications. You guys don't want to miss an upload, do you? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, loves.